Meet Nata. Nata's life began with an incident that no kittens should endure at such a young age. It all began when a passerby heard a faint cry coming from a nearby alley. The source of the cries was a tiny kitten, alone, scared, and in terrible condition. Nata had been attacked by a dog, leaving her with severe injuries and barely able to move. Her rescuer noticed that her tail was hurt, and her hearing was also weakened as a result of the injury on one of her ears. It was clear she needed urgent medical attention. Do you think Nata would be able to make a recovery? Be sure to keep watching. Before this tragic event, she had contracted a feline herpes virus infection, a common illness in street cats, especially young kittens. This virus had weakened her immune system, leaving her vulnerable. Now, the attack had left her with wounds that required immediate surgery. Her condition was serious, and time was running out. When the rescuer took Nata to a veterinary hospital, the staff began to examine Nata's conditions. After the examination, they made a decision to have her tail removed due to its serious injuries. A portion of her ear was irreparably infected and would also require removal, in addition to the injuries to her tail. Surgery was not just required but urgent due to these injuries and her precarious health. Her rescuers were determined to provide Nata everything she needed during the treatment. They scheduled her surgery after consulting with other veterinarians. Since Nata was still a young kitten, and any surgery would be complicated by her impaired immune system, they needed to be careful about the surgery. Despite the risks, it was the only way to help her recover. As the day of the surgery approached, her rescuers kept a close eye on her. Nata, though fragile, showed a surprising spark of resilience. Her eyes, though affected by her previous illness, held a glimmer of hope and trust. She was ready to fight for her life, and her caretakers were ready to fight alongside her. The day of Nata's surgery was filled with tense anticipation. The surgical team worked carefully, first amputating her tail to remove the damaged tissue and prevent infection. Next, they moved on to her ear, removing the infected part. Throughout the surgery, Nata's little body fought hard, responding well to the treatment despite her weakened state. After several hours, the surgery was complete, but the battle was far from over. Nata now faced a long recovery. Her body had endured both trauma and surgery, and she needed time, care, and lots of love to heal. The veterinarians warned her caretakers that her immune system might struggle with infections during recovery, and she would need a controlled environment with close monitoring. In the weeks following her surgery, Nata's caretakers poured their hearts into her recovery. She was placed in a quiet, warm room away from other animals, where she could feel safe and rest. The caretakers ensured she was comfortable and monitored her wounds carefully to prevent any chance of infection. Nata's road to recovery was not without its challenges. Due to the herpes virus, her respiratory system was sensitive, and she occasionally experienced flare-ups, which required medication and careful attention. But her caretakers remained vigilant, doing everything possible to keep her comfortable and happy. Despite the discomfort, Nata's spirit started to shine through. She began to show interest in her surroundings, responding with little meows and purrs when her caretakers talked to her. With each passing day, her energy slowly returned. She would bat at a feather toy or nuzzle her caretaker's hands, expressing gratitude in her own gentle way. Months went by, and Nata transformed from a fragile kitten into a strong, playful cat. Her wounds had healed beautifully, and though she now had a shorter tail and a unique ear, these traits became symbols of her bravery and resilience. She'd fought through hardship and emerged with a heart full of love and trust, and though they had grown attached to her, they knew the ultimate goal was to find her a forever home. They shared her story with the rescue community, hoping to find someone who would welcome him into their home. Finally, a family came forward who was touched by Nata's story. They were ready to offer her a loving home, understanding the care and patience she needed. In her new home, Nata quickly settled in. She explored every corner, rubbing her little head against her family's legs and curling up on soft cushions. Her new family adored her and admired her resilience. They often marveled at how such a small, fragile creature could overcome so much pain and still have so much love to give. Nata's unique appearance, with her shortened tail and distinctive ear, became a point of pride for her family. They would share her story with friends, celebrating her strength and courage. Over time, Nata even grew stronger, her immune system stabilizing with the love, care, and proper nutrition her family provided. This brave little kitten had found her happy ending. Nata's journey from a scared, injured kitten in an alley to a beloved family member was a testament to the power of love, resilience, and hope. Her scars were reminders of her strength, and her purrs and playful nature were symbols of her joy and gratitude. Nata's story is a reminder that even the smallest creatures can be heroes. She fought through hardship and taught everyone around her about resilience, love, and the importance of second chances. Her journey inspired those who helped her, showing them that every life, no matter how fragile, is worth saving. Nata now spends her days in comfort, surrounded by love and warmth. Her life is filled with toys, treats, and cuddles, a far cry from her days of pain and fear. Her new family treasures her, and she's a living example of what animals can overcome with a little help and a lot of love. Thank you for joining Nata's journey. If you enjoyed today's video, consider giving us a like, tell us what you think, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.